Hey, guys.
Hey, Aim.
Hey, Aim. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Good to see you. You're
Yeah.
going to see a lot of shepherds and a lot of sheep.
Yeah. You are.
Okay, you know what I loved about that? I mean, I loved a lot about that artistic offering. But as I watched the YouTube video, then I Googled and I found the English translation.
Oh, you did? Oh.
I did, but I went right back to the other because then I focused on the words. Because the first time I listened to it, which was not the English version, it was like there was so much activity in a beautiful way. It was like I just entered into it.
Yeah.
But then when it was English, I was like, okay, what?
Yeah. 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 It's great.
What do you think, Aim?
Oh my gosh. Okay, as you both know, I love this work in confessional communities. And Curt, when you were talking about the duration, which and the drawbacks, for lack of a better word, of either and the benefits of either, like I've been doing this work in October, it'll be 6 years. So to your point, Curt, people think, oh, holy cow, how long does this go on?
Yeah.
But I have something to say. But then I thought, because I hadn't thought about the for a specific period of time, like there is a benefit to that because you're like, okay, the clock's ticking.
Right.
So
Right.
I can
Right.
totally see the value in that. But here's the thing. So I unknowingly entered into this work or began by getting into the 12-step program. I did not, it was like a preservation thing. Like, I don't know what to do. This is what I'm going to do. And then in those rooms, you have 3 minutes to share and no one can talk. And I remember being like, so I can be quiet for 30 seconds and no one can interrupt me. No one can, it's my 3 minutes. It was, it felt so indulgent.
Wow, that's striking.
The fact that it, like, that says a lot about
that what you would like to do, for instance, even if that you could do whatever you wanted, I mean, within reason.
Yes, there were limitations.
I mean,
but
you're not spitting on people, but I mean,
Right.
like, you know,
Might
even if
want
you wanted
to.
to be silent, if I totally get that. But that's, you know, you're silently working to not spit on someone. But
Right.
so 30 seconds of if you have if you want to be silent, you could do so with the confidence that like they're going to be hospitable to that.
Right. It's
You're
not going to be
welcome.
taken away. It's not going to be like,
Right.
okay, well, you paused, so now it's mine. Like, no, no, it's still mine. You guys get to. And then, so this, like 6 years, I can see it shifts from when I first started the confessional community. It was vastly different than it is now. And then I think about how we talk about creating beauty and goodness, because being in the room with people that know my story and working through stuff and being seen and loved, then it's like, okay, I can be really adventurous and say yes to this and yes to that. Still doing work, still doing stuff, still comes up.
Yeah.
It's nothing quite
Well,
like
and I want to like there are so many our vision for eternity is so tepid. Is so flimsy. So the whole notion about like being a little concerned about whether or not like you know, Dallas Willard, you know, God will let anybody into his heaven who can take it. Like
Yeah.
like I gotta work. I'm a little concerned that I'm not gonna be able to take it. Like that
Yeah.
much beauty, that much durability. Because like, so imagine 6 years. Imagine 600 years. Imagine this all the work that we will be doing at being present to and with and for each other in the presence of the King, with the purpose being for us to be set loose to then do what we were made to do before the foundation of the world, to become kings and queens on the earth, to rule the earth, to do all the things that we're made to do without shame, without trauma. And when you do it, not just because, I can do it, but I do it, I can go be adventurous because, like, I have the people by whom I am known to the bone. Before whom, like we read this in the Psalms, I will walk before God in the land of the living. In the land of these people who are alive to me, I'm alive to them fully because, like, we know each other to the bone. And, like, I can take all kind of risks. I can do all kinds of things that are going to... And if I make mistakes, I can do... Like, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, when you say imagine 600 years, it's like, oh my gosh. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think... Then I think, okay, so there's the structure and the story liturgy, and then I think, like you said, when someone says, where do I go to join one, you say start one. You can know all this, you can know how to do it, but then it's just start it. And talk about courageous. Like, and there's no way to start it before you start it. You have to start it.
Right. Yeah. It's like I'm afraid of flying. I'm just going to go on the internet and learn how to not be afraid of flying without having to actually get on a plane. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I also I know, Aim, we've talked a little bit about this before. Part of, we have all these fears, and then we start to we start into it, and we'll talk about this in the next episode some more about because one of the things that we talk about when it comes to the development of secure attachment for newborns and infants and toddlers and as adults, but also earned secure attachment when we have not been securely attached, but then we're going to start to do the work of moving towards secure attachment. One of the eventual features that is required for the development of secure attachment is the experience of ruptures that are effectively repaired.
Dang it.
And so when it comes to the screening process, what we'd like to, we would like to believe that we could screen this so that the people that I pick that are going to be in this group with me are going to be people who, like, I'm never going to get mad at them. They're never going to get mad at me. All the things we're going to talk about this in our next episode. But there is a part of us that is subtly, like, so to speak, like, just start one. There's a part of me that is afraid.
Yeah, for sure.
Of the things that my personal remembered past, my unfinished business, has me being afraid at some level that some of that stuff is going to show up in the room. I might not even be able to articulate it.
Right.
But I will feel it, and to which we would want to say, we get it. We get it. And look, God himself didn't guarantee a perfect outcome from the beginning. Right? He starts down a path. They have a conference at the end of Genesis 1, and they decide, or at the Elohim, they decide, yep, we're going to do this. And they're like, oh, what's he doing? Like, what does he like? You're going to put these people, him in charge of that planet? You've got to be kidding me. And he's like, no, I'm in. We're in, and it's hard. And he's and he is now unflinching in his commitment to us in this process. And so we would want to say we acknowledge that where it might feel frightening or uncomfortable, like, we acknowledge that, we get that, and there is beauty and goodness to be created.
What do you got, Pep? You're quiet.
Oh, yeah, I was holding for 30 seconds to see if I could have that time. Obviously, I can't. Obviously, I don't get my 30 seconds. Thanks for today, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
This was great. This was a really great. I think such great insights here for people, and I appreciate your insights as well, Amy. And I really like when you talked about how great my artistic endeavor was.
Sheep and shepherds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sheep and shepherds.
Well, we know we're Amy and I are aware of the parts of you that are tender and that need to be. I mean, we each know when the other needs to be propped up a little bit, and so we're here for you, bro.
I appreciate that.
We're here.
I appreciate that. Enough about me. What do you think about me? Okay, so thank you for today.
Okay, wait. Say something about, because you say this more articulately, and plus, since we interrupted your 30 seconds of silence, we want to give you more time to talk. About questions for people, just to, as you have people asking, just sending questions in for us about these things, feel free to do that. I know where they send them.
Amy?
Where they send... This is your 30 seconds.
No, but I don't want somebody
Jimmy.
to tell me what to talk about in my 30 seconds. So I'm giving it to you.
Dude, we're trying to prop you up. We
Right,
noticed that you...
So normally we post requests for questions on our social media sites. So be looking out for, on the Being Known podcast site, in Instagram and Facebook, be looking for us to be looking for your questions so that we can be sure to answer those for you.
Looking for us to be looking for you.
Yeah.
Yes. He's never not.
He's never not. It's been a while.
Oh,
Okay. We have to end this thing, you guys.
Yes.
We've gone so far over.
Okay.
Appreciate you
Bye,
both.
guys.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Love you.